The year is 1933. The United States is unraveling. A line stretches around the corner of a small bank in Ohio. Men in worn coats clutch withdrawal slips like lifelines. Inside, the manager watches the vault empty in real time. Cash is leaving faster than it ever came in. Every dollar withdrawn weakens the bank further. It is a self-fulfilling collapse, trust evaporating by the minute. By the end of the week, the doors will close. President Franklin D. Roosevelt steps forward with an extraordinary declaration. Americans must hand over their gold. The very foundation of money, metal, tangible, immutable, is being replaced with something less certain, something abstract, paper, authority, belief. How did the United States arrive at a system where money could exist without intrinsic value, where trust alone sustains trillions of dollars? The story begins long before banks collapse. It begins with a problem so fundamental it seems invisible. How do strangers trust each other? In the early American colonies, trade operates on a chaotic mix. Tobacco in Virginia functions as money. People exchange foreign coins, Spanish dollars, British pounds, anything with perceived value. Money is not standardized, it is improvised. The first real attempt to solve this comes with paper currency in the 1690s. These are IOUs that circulate as money. Why would anyone accept paper over metal? The answer is necessity. Paper is portable, divisible, and easier to expand. Think of it like this. Gold is a reservoir, but paper money is a pipeline. Paper allows value to move faster. After independence, the United States faces a critical decision. What should money actually be? Enter Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton proposes a national bank. His argument is precise. A centralized institution can stabilize currency and manage debt. But opposition is fierce. Thomas Jefferson argues that centralized banking concentrates power dangerously. He fears financial authority overrides democratic control. This tension between stability and centralization becomes a recurring theme in American financial history. State-chartered banks issue their own currencies. Some are trusted, others are nearly worthless. Then comes the Civil War. War is expensive and gold reserves are insufficient. The solution? Greenbacks. This marks a turning point. The United States embraces fiat currency, money that derives value from authority rather than intrinsic worth. Imagine a simple system. A bank holds gold in its vault. For every ounce, it issues notes. This is the gold standard. Now introduce lending. The bank issues more notes than it has gold. This is fractional reserve banking. But if everyone demands their gold at once, the illusion breaks. This is the bank run. By the early 20th century, the United States experiences repeated financial panics. The most significant is the Panic of 1907. At the center is J.P. Morgan. He organizes a rescue effort, acting as a de facto central bank. In response, the Federal Reserve is created in 1913. Money is no longer just a medium of exchange. It becomes a tool of policy. Then comes the Great Depression. The system designed to expand money now amplifies its destruction. In response, the FDIC is created to protect depositors. The goal is to restore trust, and it works. Fast forward to 1971. President Richard Nixon announces the United States will no longer convert dollars to gold. This is a conceptual transformation. Money is now entirely abstract. Its value is determined by supply and demand. Now consider the modern landscape. Digital transactions replace physical cash. Financial instruments become more complex. The 2008 financial crisis is a direct descendant. Excessive lending creates a bubble. Once again, trust collapses. Understanding this system today requires looking at liquidity, leverage, and the most important variable, confidence. Return to that bank in 1933, the manager witnessing the failure of trust. Belief is the true foundation of money. In the end, it is a reflection of belief itself. And belief, once lost, is the hardest currency to restore.